Hi everyone, and welcome back to Bowser's Inside Story. Today we are tackling Bowser's Castle. Again.
Literally?
No, we did that already.
Oh, okay.
This time it's a proper dungeon, full of enemies and sort of puzzles. Like these guys. This is the Sniffle Thwomp, who is awesome, and the Jail Goon. Talk about the Jail Goon first. It is a loyal Bowser's minion trapped in a cage. It can be either a bomb or a Goomba, which we'll see in the next fight. And it has two possible moves. It will either shoot 4 cannonballs in the air, which will come down on Bowser or in front of him, and you have to either dodge or punch. The problem with it is if you get a lot in front of you, you start falling behind on the punches. So if you don't get the first one very quickly, you'll get hit by the last one no matter what you do. The added benefit though is if it's a bomb, you can light it on fire and blow it up. The Sniffle Thwomps are fun. They have a bunch of different attacks. They can float above you and try and crush you. And if you block with the shell too early, they will stop and wait for you. The timing on it is actually rather tight. As you saw before, it was a couple inches above me, and just, if the timing ends up like that, you're kinda hosed. But if you do block him, you get to punch him. It's got a couple other attacks which I'll go over later when we see them.
They're such fun enemies.
They are. They take damage every turn because they're sick.
Yep.
And if you take their ice packs off, it doesn't give any benefit to you, but they take double damage.
I like the idea of Bowser having minions that just are so loyal to, well, I guess now they're loyal to Fawful, but that they just come into work sick. You still gotta fight them.
Yep. Well, Bowser has no sick time off policy.
Oh, that's why they're all working for Fawful now, because he promised them sick days? Or something? Wait, no, then they wouldn't be... I don't know.
I think they've got a better insurance plan, possibly a 401k.
Okay.
I hope their life insurance is up to snuff. The minions, if you just beat them down, the cage breaks instead, and they will give you a mushroom. As their other attacks, they charge you with their shield, and if they get in close, they'll whack you with the cannon. I just gotta keep punching. It can be anywhere from 2 to 5 times. And all our blitties for the dungeon as well. We actually won't be seeing any more of those until almost the end of the game.
Gotta collect all your crazy Blitty rewards.
I did last episode.
I know. Now you gotta get 2 more. I think when I was playing it, every time I'd get like a couple new Blitties, I'd be like, oh, I gotta go back and see if we've got any prizes. There's never any prizes.
You can check from the little floating TVs.
Oh yeah, that may have been what I did.
Sniffle Thwomp's other attacks are... he can faint and be carried forward by the 2... I guess those are nurse shy guys. They'll either dodge in front of you, which is oh, for fuck's sake. It's kind of challenging to dodge. Counter, rather. Also, sometimes they'll trip and throw him in front of you where you have to punch him, or else he'll sneeze on you.
That's just disgusting.
It is gross as hell.
Not sanitary at all.
We got the Burning Fangs, which give us a better chance to inflict burn when we use Fire Breath. Also the Minion Band, I forgot to mention last time, just restores 2 SP every turn. I also looked at what Fury is. I'm actually going to start looking stuff up for this game. Good time as any to start. If you take a ton of damage in a single battle, you will go into Fury mode. You will deal more damage, but you will also take more damage. The floor looks familiar. Oh yeah, let's get fat.
Fat Bowser's best Bowser.
It is so much fun. Chippy, I know you're the tutorial guy and our liaison to Bowser, but what, you personal trainer now, too?
Yup, gotta keep him in shape.
Well, he's gonna be in shape, as long as that shape is round.
He's gotta be ready for the Bowser Olympics.
More like the hot dog eating competition. But I guess his metabolism is slowing down in his old age. He just had that one cake thing and he's already at full fatness. There is actually a secret room in the Flab Zone I missed. This is the area where you actually got the spin jump. And there's some hidden blocks up here. I don't think I ever knew about these until it was pointed out in the thread, so thank you on that one. Make those blocks, jump in the goo, and down you go.
This is pretty tricky because there's really like no reason why you'd go up there.
Get an Ultra Nut, which is a nice healing item, and experience sucks. Just give you more experience. A couple crunches, and Bowser is back to normal.
That was really quick.
I tend not to get into the Fury state at all, as I was talking about before, because you just really don't want to be taking that much damage in a single fight.
Yeah, I don't think I ever knew that that was a thing.
I guess this explains why there's still giant piles of food, though I'm not sure how long that's been sitting out. Never get a good idea of the time scale in these games.
It's all actually real time. It's been sitting there for however many weeks it took you to put this episode out.
Oh yes, it's been sitting there for like a month then. And out to the balcony, and a bunch of the minions have been talking about a Fawful statue, and this is it.
It's glorious. Wait, is Bowser thinking instead of smashing?
He is. We actually get a new unique animation in a second. They really like that because they start using it all the time.
He was really excited by the idea that he actually had.
We haven't even done any weird brain mini-games
No.
yet.
Yes, they're the only ones that can stop it.
Yes, these two Goombas have the ultimate power to push back stronger than Bowser possibly could.
They're the chosen Goombas.
I think this does illustrate something about the Mario universe as a whole. Because no one's actually pushing, they're just walking into it.
Yeah, Bowser's pushing.
So, maybe the reason they don't directly attack you in all the Mario games is they can't.
Maybe.
They just... all they can do is move. We gotta play this game again. And turns out I was playing it wrong before. Was also pointed out in the thread, you can hold down a lot longer than I thought you could on every jump.
Yeah, I saw that you could hold down, but like, I forgot how long you could, so when I was watching I just assumed that you were holding it down.
My assumption was you could hold it down till you reach the bottom of the, your jump, but you can get about 4 fire bursts worth of time on Bowser.
Which is way more effective.
Yeah, it pretty much trivializes this minigame. And off it goes. Apparently there's actually a glitch in that where you can get stuck on the very right edge. Thankfully that didn't happen to me. Because I never save.
You broke the awesome statue.
I do like how it initially broke into Fawful's actual sad face.
It's a very detailed statue.
These should be fairly obvious. You only see him in this one room in the dungeon. If we head back to the right, there's a shortcut back to the lobby, but we don't want to go there now. Now we're in the lava pits underneath Bowser's castle, which canonically I guess makes sense.
Yeah, you do drop him into lava in a lot of his encounters.
Also, about an editing decision I made for this episode. A lot of the enemy attacks in this area go to the top screen and then down again. I thought it would be a little less jarring if I didn't transition up and down constantly.
So you show it once so everybody knows what's going on, and then...
Especially in the sped up battles, it would just be big, small all the time.
Yeah.
Too many bombs. The emulator cannot handle it.
It's gonna explode!
It's gonna lag and sound bad.
Oh. They're really excited about it.
I don't know if they should get this close, or this excited close to burning magma.
Maybe that's why they imprisoned them down there.
You guys are a hazard to yourselves and others. Just stay down here. Uh-oh, Bowser lost his temper.
And he's not smart.
No. His statue idea was the only idea he's going to have for a while. There is actually a reason I keep getting into fights. Right when we started this episode, we hit level 19. At the end of this battle, we're going to hit 20. That's a very special level. We rank up. We now gold boss rank. Since Bowser doesn't have any special shops, all it does lets him equip 3 pieces of equipment.
More equipment's always really useful, though.
It is really nice. There's some pretty sweet equipment in this game. I hit the 3 on HP, but I'm not sure how effective that is when enemies are doing upwards of 60 to 70 damage.
Yeah, some of the stats start to question their value.
I really thought there was something else in that room.
Just dudes trying to kill you.
But hey, new gimmick. Gotta use the first part of the body slam to get over the bombs. And I do kind of like that it just throws it at you.
Yeah, nobody told you how to do it.
No lengthy tutorial, just old school Nintendo. You've got a limited set of tools. Here's your challenge. Figure it out. That's what I like in video games. If this were Skyward Sword, what's her face would be coming out of Bowser's back or whatever and telling us, oh, there's an 83% chance you should use one of your 3 abilities to jump over these dudes.
She's actually pretty stupid if she, like, only thinks that there's an 83% chance that that's correct.
So that's a little more challenging as they move towards you faster and you don't get a lot of lead time. Kind of try to anticipate them and it bites me in the butt.
Well, it blew your butt up.
So, quadruple speed, go. This happened in my test recording and I was really trying to avoid it, but no such luck.
It's tricky.
I think Bowser needs a little retail therapy now.
Does that actually do damage to you whenever you get blown up?
I don't think so, it just sends you back.
It's always kind of a toss-up in a game whether or not things that hurt you while you're walking around are going to actually damage your HP, or if it's just a barricade or an obstacle.
Yeah, and you never know until you get into a fight and suddenly your characters have 1 HP.
Yep.
You're like, go. Crap. Time to kit out Bowser with some new stuff. Just a basic shell upgrade. I'm gonna drop the attack bonus for some more defense. And some HP absorption. Also, I realized I completely forgot to show off the bomb special attacks, but it's not all that impressive. You'll see it next time I have control of Bowser.
As long as he picks up a giant ball of bombs over his head before it starts, it's all good.
I think he does. Can't see why he wouldn't. This is the Bowser Secret Society, which Bowser is not a member of, because... knees.
Yep. Well, you can't, like, be a member of your own society. It's about people who, like, are gonna follow what you say. It's a secret to Bowser, that's the whole trick.
That is actually where the only non-segmented, I guess, bonus boss is. All the other bonus bosses are in a nice little area all on their own. Here's our next gimmick. Seesaw fit. I guess an actual seesaw would be a bit of a leg workout if you're going nuts on it.
Yeah, I can see that. I don't know why this is built into the castle.
No, and who put that sign there anyway? It's fairly intuitive. It's got a big picture of a shell on it. Like the cash registers at McDonald's. You can shortcut it a little bit by falling and sneaking around like that. There's 3 levels on each side. The top left and bottom right are the exit. The rest have some minor items. Just money and consumables. Mostly money.
Money's not too shabby. At least Bowser gets the money in, like, giant bursts of, like, 100 coins instead of having to sit there and smack it repeatedly.
You get a decent amount now just for kicking enemies on the world map.
Yeah.
One less rotation, and we won't see that again. At least not in this dungeon. We're actually at the treasure chamber. It's our goal. Supposedly Bowser stole the Star Cure and it's in there somewhere.
Well, supposedly he solved a puzzle. But nobody believes that.
No, he probably punched some old dude.
Maybe that was the answer to the puzzle, you don't know.
What's yellow and spiky and hurts very much?
Maybe the puzzle was how do I get this old guy to shut up, and the answer was punch him really hard.
That solution is not recommended for use during family gatherings. We hold no liability if you punch your grandpa to make him stop talking about kids these days. That was not what I wanted to do, but it worked out okay. This puzzle's fairly simple. Hit the button, get the order. A standing punch will drop the balls in the near slot, and a sliding one will throw them farther. Yep. There's no way Fawful could have gotten in there.
No, because Bowser's the only one strong enough to punch those balls.
Yeah, Fawful does not have a perfect Bowser analog made of a different animal.
Nope. Or whatever that, like, matter translocator beam thing was.
All the Three Stooges are back together.
Yay.
Which is good, because there's a train station in the treasure vault. Doesn't seem like a very good engineering decision.
No, on either side.
It's train coming! Let's just back up a step. Yeah, that's good enough.
Yep. It's your favorite characters.
It's the Mole Bros. We did not help drill this. We drilled into underneath the Mushroom Kingdom.
Well, it's probably like part of the same tunnel, so you helped to drill out the tunnel as a whole. And this is just a different part of it that you didn't help on.
Oh, so we're trying to bring non-pipe mass transit to the entirety of the Mushroom Kingdom.
Yeah,
That's actually quite benevolent of Bowser, really.
you're trying to bring them straight into your treasure room, apparently.
Housing prices in the Mushroom Kingdom have been very depressed since the Toad House bubble burst.
Well, Bowser's not Shine Rank, so he can't buy a ticket.
Oh. It never really explained why we don't want to make enemies of the Mole Bros.
Maybe they're just that awesome.
It went from civil engineering to driving a train, so I'm not sure if that's really much of a step in the right direction.
That's a bit dark for Mario. That wasn't like a comic, like, oh, he's standing on the tracks and the train hits him and he launches into space. Those moles got into that train and started it with the intent to run Bowser over.
I've heard of getting railroaded by games, but this is ridiculous. Oh, Bowser's dead. Again.
Oh. That happens a lot these days.
Yeah, there's only 4 of these, and they shoved the middle 2 together.
Just go into his crotch.
Yep.
Make it all better.
Time to get on the crotch boat. Blah, blah, blah. Save. Get on the boats. You know what? Let's not do the boats and say we did. It's slightly harder than last time, but it just takes more energy balls and they come in different patterns.
Not exactly noteworthy.
No, so let's just skip to the fun part. I do like that the inside of the train is actually the inside of Fawful's face.
Are you gonna be saying bro no now?
I will try not to. It is time for our 3rd Giant Bowser battle. This time against the Fawful Express.
You're actually significantly larger than your opponent this time.
I feel like I'm smaller than I normally grow to, or the train's really big.
Maybe.
Like the last boss, this fight has a bit of a gimmick. The train doesn't stop to fight us, it is trying to run away. And if it makes it over the gorge, we have no way to follow it. Mushroom Kingdom is on the metric system.
Not that you really needed to follow it for any reason, you're just really pissed at that train.
You're so upset at the train. Since the train is so low to the ground, we cannot punch it. We have to breathe fire on it. Which is fine by me. It's a lot easier to do the fire than the punching. Though I found that if I have my pop filter in front of my microphone, it does not pick up my blowing on it. Its first attack, the train will lend out a bunch of Choombas. I suppose the other battles, it's actually new. You gotta poke the right spot to stomp on them. Obviously you want the mushrooms.
Eh, you could stomp on them too. Can't just like absorb them through your feet.
No, it destroys them. Though, oddly enough, Bowser is healed by hot wings in the regular game, but now he seems to have gotten a taste for mushrooms.
That's true. It uses the standard mushroom power-ups in the big fights. Makes a very satisfying squish noise every time you get them.
No, went a little early on that one and paid for it.
Didn't hurt that much.
I'm guessing since this train is stopping at every station for a couple turns that it's actually automated, which makes me wonder what the moles are actually doing on it. Maybe they're just enjoying their handiwork. Oh, also the commuter train launches missiles.
Yep.
You have to punch the mountain to get through. It is actually challenging to get through without getting hit, even on the DS.
I assume the missiles were added later since they're Fawful missiles. I mean, it is a Fawful train, but I think the path was Bowser's idea. So I guess Bowser wants to bring mass transit, and Fawful just wants to destroy them all.
Bowser wanted a princess kidnapping tunnel.
That's true.
And then Fawful hostilely took it over.
And upgraded the train with nukes.
With missiles and... I don't know why Fawful wanted the train otherwise.
And apparently it can just use mountains as armor.
Yep, once it gets under the mountain, you kind of have two choices. You can either breathe fire, which will hit the train a little bit, but the problem there is those clouds that come in, the white ones will put the fire out. Or you can go straight for punching and countering and try and knock it against the mountain. Hitting against the mountain will do a ton of damage.
And then you don't have to worry about taking out the other clouds.
It is a bit challenging to hit all of the white clouds, especially with how your fire shrinks when you rapid fire it.
This boss does take quite a bit of punishment, though.
Well, you're effectively fighting a boss and a half because of the mountain hat.
Yeah. Which is blinking, which is a little disturbing.
By inhabiting it with the train, it's achieved sentience.
That's how it works.
So all those mountains from the old Mario games, they are actually alive.
And have trains in them?
Well, no, they're not moving.
Oh, okay. Is that going to be the new power-up in the new game, the next Mario game? You'll get the mountain suit.
Well, we've had frogs, Hammer Brothers, Tanukis, and cats now.
Cats. They've got Boomerang Bros suits. And I was thinking of another one, but I don't remember what it was.
They've got all the weird galaxy ones.
Oh yeah, Boulder was what I was thinking of. And yeah, the bee, the ghost, the boo outfit, whatever it is, the boo shroom.
I guess the Boulder outfit is kinda like a mountain outfit.
Yeah. Maybe it starts out as a mountain outfit, and then when it takes enough damage, it all crumbles away, and you're just left with a boulder.
Once you get closer to the end, it starts breaking out this attack, and the little Fawful dudes fly around, try and throw bombs at you, but you can counter and cover it with bombs. If you didn't breathe fire on it during the mountain segment, it does actually have quite a bit of health coming in here, so you really need the full counter on those bomb dudes. Because we are already at the last station, which has a handy little chain chomp mascot. Thankfully, moving is actually its turn, so you get a couple extra attack turns. With that and a little dramatic tension.
I like how they all got in the train just in time for it to explode.
And they got perfectly lined up with the debris to die. Also, doing this sideways is really hard.
Gotta find which one's got the best bonus.
Yeah, I'm fairly balanced. Power is actually only one left with a 5 now. And I flub it anyway.
power gets a little skewed because he has very high power, so you see a high number and think, oh, it doesn't need any more. But you do that so often that you actually end up ignoring it and can actually get some decent bonuses every now and then.
With that, Bowser shrinks down and almost sticks the landing, but not quite. Still a little better than the cratering he normally does.
Well, you didn't want to ruin the railroad.
Why? There's no more trains.
They can build another one. It can be a Bowser choo-choo.
Considering it was a single track running backwards and forwards, not even in a loop, it was hardly worth it. I do wonder how they managed to shift that save. They had enough trouble with the giant cannon.
Well, they did have the duration of that fight to work on it. Maybe some of the impacts of some of those hits kind of shook it loose a bit.
Looks like all the blunt force trauma to the head Bowser's been taking has broken up his memories a little bit.
He never remembered the combination.
Nah, he never knew in the first place.
He didn't even remember that he had a star cure in his vault.
Well, to be fair, he didn't know what they looked like.
That's true.
He's Bowser, he's got so much treasure he doesn't know what to do with it. No, really, he's never seen to make use of any of this ever.
If he keeps going, he might be able to just buy the Mushroom Kingdom.
True. And just open a shop, go into business, invest. And now, Chippy finally redeems herself. That's right, putting Bowser in his place. Also, I love his facial expressions during this part.
He is not impressed.
He is not happy. The sprite work in this game is so good.
I don't think this is how remembering things works.
Totally does. I mean, even after that, Chippy's pretty quick to help Bowser. That opens up his forehead. Join us next time when we jog Bowser's memory. With violence!